Stephen Wade Jr. and Make-A-Wish is granting my wish to Hawaii.
To go to Hawaii.
They asked for somewhere tropical, and it was Hawaii or Jamaica, and they gave us Hawaii.
I had originally gone to a court date
For his brother.
with my brother, and while I was there, I started getting sick, and I told my dad that my head hurt, and I walked out into the lobby to get a drink, and then I ran into the bathroom, started throwing up for about 10 minutes, and then dry heaved for like another 20. And my dad just looked at me and the other judges, and the judge, and said, "This ain't normal. I gotta take my kid to the hospital. Cody's not making it to court." And we left, and the hospital was right next door. So we went into the hospital, and the lady who was checking us in, she basically just didn't know what was wrong with us. So she
Yeah, but he had been dry heaving for a while. I had to pick him up, carry him to the car, and then when we got to the hospital, I had to carry him into the hospital. And I told the receptionist lady, she's I guess the admit lady, we let her know, look, he's got this migraine that's a little more than a migraine. He's been dry heaving for about 20 minutes straight, uncontrollably. So she rushed him right in, and then they threw him in the back. And that was on January 3rd. And he had an appointment for his migraines January 5th at the MRI clinic. And we told the doctor on staff that's what we were planning on doing. He said, well, I can do a CT scan right now, so let's do that. And that's when he told us about 20 minutes later, your son's got a tumor about 2.5 inches round by 3 inches tall in the back of his head. And it's pushing brain matter out of the skull down his neck.
I bet you were pretty scared when you
I
had that
was,
diagnosis.
yeah. Well, you took him in for a headache and a little bit of messed up stomach. He couldn't stop throwing up, and then to be told he's got this huge tumor. And then they showed us on the video of the CT scan the whole tumor, everything. And then we all walked up to the helicopter, and he flew away.
And how about you? Were you pretty scared too?
At the time, I wasn't. I really didn't quite get the concept of the fact that I had a tumor. They had me pretty well drugged up to get rid of the pain at the time.
Yeah.
And like the next day, I guess I kind of woke up in the morning. It was like maybe 5:30. I woke up and I didn't realize it. And finally, like, my parents had to explain to me what was going to happen, and
Yeah, because about 20 minutes after he woke up, they were coming in to get him.
yeah,
They were wheeling him off
that's
to the
when it got
surgery.
scary.
So it was different, you know. You go in for a migraine, you come out with a tumor.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
He had to
for
learn to
that.
walk, talk, eat, dress himself, everything all over again.
Yeah.
Because of the spot that the tumor was in is the motor skills department. So, and it's not like they can just take the whole chunk out. They got nerves and everything growing all through it, so they've got to slice and dice, pull everything out.
Go in there.
He had double vision. He saw two of everything for
I had to wear an eye patch for
About 3
like,
months?
Yeah, about 3 months. 3 months to switch it from each eye to re-strengthen.
Now, when you had to relearn to walk and talk and all of that,
Yeah.
were you still able to think clearly? I mean, did you understand in your mind?
Yeah.
Like when people talked to you and everything, you understood everything, but you just couldn't respond like you had before.
Yeah.
that was the hardest part.
That
The
was
memory
the
of
problem.
everything that he was and everything he had was there. And then it was like, 16-year-old memories and body, but you're like a newborn because you can't move your head
Yeah.
after that surgery. He didn't move his head and his neck for about 3 weeks. We held him for 3 weeks straight.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
So,
using the walkers.
Yeah.
The radiation kicked his butt so bad because they do the whole entire spine, and the tumor was so big it pinched the cerebellum nerves at the top. So instead of being pinholes, they were about the size of my pinky, and they were swollen, and the cancer flows all the way down. The cerebellum travels all the way down your spine to the bottom of your butt. And there's a sac down there, so they did spinal taps to remove fluid to check for more.
But as far as they
More
know
cancerous
right now,
cells.
they just recently did an MRI and all that, and I'm still completely clean.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everything he's going through now, all the chemo and everything, is hopefully to keep it from growing back. If it grows back, there's no surgery, there's no nothing.
There's no chance.
You mentioned that you felt that the doctors saved his life. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh, they did. They absolutely did. The YRMC doctors, they are the ones that decided to do the CT scan. You know, they could have made him wait 2 days, but they told me that after they saw what they found, they said, well, we got to life flight him down there because he won't make it to his appointment.
Wow.
He wouldn't have lived long enough. It was at that point so big that he wouldn't have been discovered in time. He wouldn't have made it to the surgery or anything. So they flew him right down, and Phoenix Children's Hospital, Dr. Adelson, chief neurosurgeon, he met us there that night, me and my wife, when we arrived. They already had Anthony in a room and ICU and everything. And he was just standing around waiting for us and explained everything they were going to do. And he had about a 5-hour surgery. So, and he himself stitched him up because that's the way he is. Yeah.
How's the community been supporting you?
Pretty good. We had a few fundraisers. We raised about $5,000 because the trips back and forth they're not cheap. It's a couple $100 every time we have to go down there and back.
Right.
And then all the medical expenses,
All the prescriptions. Yeah. It's costed quite a bit. The community's real sweet. I mean, it's a small town. Everybody knows him.
Yeah.
They dedicated the yearbook last year at Kestrel High School. Kestrel, yeah.
Yes.
They dedicated the yearbook to him. So.
And what year of school are you in right now?
I'm a junior right now.
You're a junior. So are you studying at home?
No, he goes to school.
Oh, you're able to go to school. So
Yeah,
that's
they got
cool.
all of his classes in the same hallway, so he doesn't have far to walk. He just goes from room to room, room to room.
Uh-huh.
It's all good.
I tried to go last year, and I could only do about 3 days.
Yeah.
So I wanted to really get back into school because I miss my friends and stuff. You know, it's really hard being a teenager and just sitting at home all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Pops is fun, but he ain't that much fun.
I was happy to get back into school.
Uh-huh. And what are you planning to study in when you graduate from high school?
When I graduate, I want to go into chemistry and physics. I'm really interested in science and biology, kind of stuff like that. It's always been one of my better subjects, and just something I enjoy doing as a kid.
So I bet biology is even more interesting to you now that you've had all this
Yeah,
happen.
quite a bit.
So what about the rest of your family? And why don't you tell us about who all's going to Hawaii with you?
My wife, his mother, his younger brother Cody, and his youngest brother Taylor.
And my little brother Cody goes to school with me. And
Yeah,
then-
he's in the same grade.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're both in
okay.
the same grade. I got held back for not twins.
Uh,
But and then my other little brother does Primavera Online High School. And then my mom works at
Social Security.
Social Security, not DES anymore. I gotta remember that.
so, but that's neat. And you guys are going to be gone for how long?
Full week.
Yeah, from the 16th to the 24th.
Yeah.
So, what do you plan to do while you're in Hawaii?
Have fun. Just live it up, I guess. I mean,
We got a luau. We got a
a submarine ride to do,
Pearl Harbor,
go to Pearl Harbor, and then
snorkel in Turtle Bay.
that's it. And then what's another one?
And he's gonna swim with some dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wife's
that's
already
cool.
hooked that up too.
So that's very exciting.
Yeah, go to SeaWorld.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Well, Make-A-Wish has helped me dramatically because they've given me something to look forward to, something to kind of hold on and fight for, you know.
Remember forever.
Yeah, they've been there for me. They did all this. They set up a whole trip for me to go to Hawaii, and it's just amazing.
with your family too. And
Yeah.
that's probably exciting too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we've been to Disneyland.
Right.
So,
Yeah. And how about you as the dad? I mean, how are you feeling right now? And about going on the trip, and not only that, but about your son's recovery. I mean, it sounds like he's just done.
he's doing great.
Incredibly
They gave
well.
him a 70% chance, and I think he's at about 85% now. He just keeps getting healthier and stronger. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. You know, I don't wish it on nobody, and I hope it doesn't ever happen again. But you know, I don't know. It was just hard. Just gotta keep fighting, stay strong. You
That's
know?
my kind of my motto. I'm a fighter.
Just
So
keep fighting, really. You know, just keep getting better. We've met a few people that have been in his predicament. We met a man that was my age. He got it when he was 19, and they told him he'd never walk or have kids, and he
He's
walks.
got
He's got 3
three.
kids, and yeah, we met him at the movie theater. So
yeah, he just kind of ran up behind me and said,
he noticed the scar.
yeah, he
Oh.
noticed the scar on my head and asked me if I had the type of tumor that I have. It's called
Medulloblastoma.
yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah. So I had that. I was like, oh.
And when you were in the hospital, did you meet other children that had, similar things? Were you able to like interact with them?
Yeah, he had lots
yeah,
of roommates.
I had a lot of roommates before they built the new add-on to the Children's Hospital. But yeah, I had one friend named Tyler that was in there. He lost his leg
With a tumor.
from the tumor. They had to amputate from the knee. And then there's another kid named
Efren.
Efren.
And
And
he had a brain tumor, but it was in the front.
yeah,
Yeah, he got to.
he was just a little boy though.
Yeah, he's like 8.
No,
6?
he's like 4.
Think so?
Yeah, he's real little.
Yeah, he's young, but
he's
he likes
cool
Burger
kid.
King and burritos. And
Yeah.
so we all got along fine.
So, and my guess is before you were ill that you were a bit of an athlete.
Yeah, I was 210 pounds.
Yeah, we used to
I
work
had
out every
A
day.
good athletic build. I used to work out every day, go jogging.
A lot of football, a lot of basketball.
Yeah, I was very athletic.
So, how have you coped with not being able to participate athletically the way you used to?
I've kind of just done other things like
Still work out a
smaller
little.
workouts
Yeah.
because they gave me a rubber band to start with, like one of those stretcher ones, and I used that for a little while. And now I'm feeling a little bit stronger, so I'm starting to use my weights again. And
He tries to run.
yeah, I try. I can jog, kinda. It just looks funny.
What-
But yeah.
One of the things I've noticed is you guys have a great attitude, a great sense of humor about it. It doesn't look like you've allowed to let it get you down. I mean, there's tough times, certainly.
Well, yeah, when he gets real sick or has a bad day, it's tough. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you let it drag you down, you'll never get out of it, from under it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get healthier or better if you just, oh, woe is me.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So
Plus, I mean, the way I look at it is my life was on a straight path and I'm taking a detour, basically. I mean,
yeah, just
my
the
road's
hump in
not
the
a
road.
dead end. It's still going. I just got to choose a different way.
So, anything you want to add?
Just want to say thank you to everybody that's been a part of Anthony's life before and after and during.
I just want to say thank you to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for making all my big wishes possible and everything happen and just being there for me. I really appreciate it.